I come to you tonight with a sense of urgency because the one story that the public should be talking about every single day, the one story that impacts so many, both here in America and abroad, is slowly being washed and swept under the rug. And it's the Jeffrey Epstein story. Social media platforms are censoring any Jeffrey Epstein related content, especially on places like TikTok. Meanwhile, the White House is quickly moving away from Jeffrey Epstein as Congress is stuck in an August recess with nowhere to go. And while at the end of it and through it all, this story is dying. And that's why I wanted to come here and make a commitment to you that I'm not letting this story go anywhere because the truth is too important. And tonight, I wanted to talk to you about significant revelations about the Jeffrey Epstein story and where things stand today so that the truth never dies. The story continues to be on the front page. And I will continue to educate people across the country about what is happening with Jeffrey Epstein, with Donald Trump, their connection, but not just Trump, because this story isn't just about Trump. This story is about every survivor and every victim of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's years long abuse. This story is about Epstein's deep ties with many other high profile individuals in positions of power. This story is about the truth, and the public demands the truth. And we cannot let this story die. So, this is a special report just on the Epstein story. And before I continue, please consider subscribing to support my work and allow me to continue sharing this news everywhere. Today, we are learning new information about the status of the Jeffrey Epstein documents. House Republicans and Speaker Mike Johnson tried their best to send the House of Representatives home on an August recess to essentially hide from the American public. Well, here's the deal. Right now, we're getting confirmation that the first tranche of Epstein documents should be delivered to the House Oversight Committee by this Friday. That, according to the Republican chairman, James Comer. Now, Speaker Mike Johnson said that the House could not move forward on addressing the Epstein files while court cases remained ongoing. And that's why Republican leaders in Washington left for their August resources without taking action, hoping that this story would just go away. And it almost did. But instead, the issue is coming back. The issue followed these House Republicans to their constituencies, to their districts across the country. According to reports, many face questioning from their own constituents. And now, more answers than questions remain about the Trump administration's backtracking on its own promise to release the documents. The Justice Department ignored deadlines set by Senate Democrats and a bipartisan congressional subpoena demanding Epstein related files. Despite this, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer announced today that DOJ officials had assured him that records would begin to be shared with his panel by Friday of this week. But here's the kicker. The Department of Justice has not given a clear timeline for the full disclosure, leaving open the likelihood of delays. And not just that, even if the documents are handed over, what we don't know is two things. Number one, whether they will be redacted, whether they will be parts of it will be completely concealed from the committee. And number two, even if the committee gets its hands on the full Epstein file, the public may never see it. But right now, there is a significant bipartisan push for their release. Representative Thomas Massey, who's a Republican from Kentucky, and Ro Khanna, a Democrat from California, have launched a discharge petition designed to force a vote on the full House floor on releasing the Epstein files. This will bypass Republican leadership. Now, procedural rules prevented signature collection until after the August recess, but the effort already has 43 co sponsors, including 11 Republicans. And when you add all of the Democrats plus these 11 Republicans, that's more than enough to pass this petition. And in order to escalate the pressure, Massey and Khanna will begin hosting a massive, high pressure, high profile press conference at the United States Capitol on September 3rd. It will include Epstein survivors, Maxwell survivors, when Congress returns. And I'll be at that press conference covering it live. I will make sure that that truth gets out to everyone here and everyone across the country who may be watching. Meanwhile, Democrats on the House Rules Committee, which controls the floor schedule, use procedural tactics to block the Republican Party's legislative agenda in protest of the stalled Epstein release. Republican leaders, facing mounting internal divisions and pressure from voters, left rather than addressing it. And in the Senate, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and his colleagues invoked an obscure oversight law requiring government agencies to comply with requests from a small group of senators pressuring DOJ to hand over the files. Those requests remain pending as the Senate comes back. Let's talk about some witnesses and depositions. William Barr, who served as the Attorney General under Donald Trump when Epstein died in 2019, appeared for a closed-door deposition before the House Oversight Committee. Subpoenas have also been issued for other former DOJ officials connected to Epstein-era legal decisions, ensuring that more legal testimony will be held in the weeks ahead. Meanwhile, in the courts, the Trump administration has requested that federal judges release transcripts of grand jury testimony from Epstein-related and Maxwell-related cases, arguing this would help bring transparency. But judges in 2 out of the 3 cases have already rejected the requests, calling the Department of Justice's claim that testimony contained meaningful new information is false. The 3rd case remains under review. But that's accurate, because the real information lies within the Epstein files that the Justice Department has, the hundreds of thousands of pages of Epstein-related files that the Justice Department has reviewed, according to Bloomberg, has even redacted Trump's name from, yet has not released to the public. And the political stakes right now could not be higher, because the Epstein controversy collides with a critical September deadline for Congress to fund the government and avoid a shutdown. And Republicans now face a dilemma: release the files and risk damaging fallout for Trump, or resist and face backlash from their own voters demanding accountability. Democrats have pledged to keep this matter front and center, ensuring Republicans will have to publicly take a stance. The issue is now poised to dominate the fall session. But we have 2 weeks until the fall session starts. And in those 2 weeks, we must continue beating the drum to get the truth about Jeffrey Epstein. I will continue to ask questions, I will try to get answers, and I won't stop talking about the most important story of this year. So spread the word, subscribe to support, and let's keep the pressure on together. Hey folks, Aaron Parnas here. Thank you so much for watching The Parnas Perspective. Please consider subscribing to support our work as we grow this independent news media entity into something that rivals mainstream every single day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.